Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandana Vraja Janar Jana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari Yashodanandana Vraja Janar Yashodanandana Vraja Janar Yamuna Tira Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. धर्म श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्री पंच तत्व की जय, श्री गौरताय भगवान की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि. So what will we discuss today?
Yes.
From where?
Chapter 30.
32.
13.
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. How to do all this? Because I am more fallen, so I need more words. Thank you, bro. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने. नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. We welcome all devotees for today's morning. What happened? We welcome all devotees for today's morning class on chapter 13 of teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chapter 13, devotional service in attachment. Is it visible there? Okay, so how do you do? Each speaker covers how many pages or something like that?
About 5-6 paragraphs.
5-6 paragraphs. In how much time?
40 minutes.
40 minutes. Okay. Yeah, so how do you do? You all read one by one, or the speaker only reads?
No.
Devotees read. Okay, devotees can read.
Next, Lord Chaitanya said,
Pencil, one pencil. Yes. Yes, Prabhu, please read.
Next, Lord Chaitanya said to Sanatan Goswami.
Where? Chapter 13.
ये अलग-अलग है क्या?
Out of sheer misunderstanding. Yeah, chapter 13, first paragraph. Out of sheer misunderstanding. This which book you are saying? Same book? Huh?
The book is teachings of Lord
Some
Chaitanya.
changes are there online.
Okay, read, no problem. Read. The essence is same only.
दूसरा
पढ़िए. दूसरा बुक खोले थे क्या आपने?
Out of sheer misunderstanding, some transcendentalists think that knowledge and renunciation are necessary for rising to the platform of devotional service. This is not so. The cultivation of knowledge and the renunciation of fruitive activities may be necessary to understand one's spiritual existence in relation to the material conception of life, but they are not part and parcel of devotional service. The results of knowledge and fruitive activities are liberation and material sense gratification respectively. Consequently, they cannot be part and parcel of devotional service. Rather, they have no intrinsic value in the discharge of devotional service. When one is freed from bondage to the result of knowledge and fruitive activities, he can attain to devotional service. Since a devotee of Lord Krishna is by nature non-violent, and since his mind and senses are controlled, he does not have to make a special effort to acquire the good qualities which result from cultivating knowledge and performing fruitive activities.
So knowledge and Vasudevi Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitah Janayati Ashu Vairagyam Jnanam Chaya Hetukam. So devotee doesn't have to separately endeavor for acquiring knowledge and renunciation. Knowledge and renunciation is byproduct of bhakti. On the contrary, if somebody is having knowledge and renunciation but bereft of devotional service, he will remain caught up with material sense gratification and liberation concept. Those who have too much knowledge, they want to get liberated, and those who have too much knowledge or too much detachment, what do they want ultimately? Liberation. The liberation is also kind of sense gratification only, because you want liberation for whom? For Krishna's pleasure. For whose pleasure they want? For their own pleasure. So anything done for Atmendriya Priti Vancha, Tare Bale, calm. So it is calm. And bhakti has got nothing to do with calm. Bhakti has got everything to do with prem. Krishnendriya Priti Vancha Dhare Premana. That's the reason knowledge and detachment has got nothing to do with bhakti. Both are opposite. Rather, the knowledge and detachment which a devotee acquires on account of performing devotional service, that is a byproduct of bhakti. That is not this knowledge. This knowledge is for calm, liberation. Salokya sharshi samipya sarupyam apyuta diyamanam na grihnanti vinama sevanam jana. Devotee does not want any kinds of liberation. Even there are 5 types of liberation. Salokya, Sarshti, Samipya, Sayujya, Sarshti. So achieving similar kind of opulence of Lord, achieving same form of Lord, achieving the same abode of the Lord, achieving the same opulence of the Lord. But still devotee does not want any of these liberation. What does he want? He wants seva to Lord. Vinamas sevanam janaha. A devotee is satisfied with service. He does not want liberation. Shanti concept of Shanti is called liberation in sadhaka's life. Oh bro, my life there is no Shanti. I thought after coming to ISKCON I'll have some peace of mind. But I was more peaceful outside. Now my peace is totally gone. Now there is so much anxiety about services, anxiety about this, anxiety about that, how to do this, how to do that. And so that means this devotee has not understood the meaning of Shanti. What is the meaning of Shanti in Bhakti? Shanti in Bhakti means taking anxiety for Krishna. That is called real Shanti. When your mind is totally in anxiety about how to serve Krishna better way, that means you are in Samadhi. You see, Prabhupada, day in and day out, he was only anxious about spreading the Krishna consciousness in every nook and corner of the world. Was he in Samadhi or not? That is actual Samadhi, Prabhu. Not the so-called Samadhi of the people who go to Himalayas and close their eyes and sitting in trance. They are so-called trance. And afterwards they fall down to some allurements. So our concept of liberation is not sense gratification. Our concept of liberation is what?
Service.
Service to the Lord, which is superior to liberation. Do you want to go back to Godhead or not? For what?
Service.
For service. And you are getting services here also. So why to go? The devotee is happy whether he goes or not. Narayana para sarve na kutaschana vibhyati Swarga apavarga narkeshu api tulyartha darshan. Whether Swarglok or Narglok or Golok Vrindavan or wherever, devotee is more concerned about serving Krishna more than the place and location. If tomorrow your superior tells, Prabhupada, can you go to hell? We want to start a center there. You should be willing to go. Okay, we'll start ISKCON Kumbhi Park. ISKCON Maharao. समझे क्या? The more concern is what? Service to Lord. So the one who is attached to serving Lord, automatically he will develop knowledge and detachment. Though he may not be very qualified. Did Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj did not have knowledge and detachment? But he was not qualified. He was not literate even. He was illiterate. That means the knowledge and detachment which is being told here is not the knowledge which Jnanis are looking for. Our concept of knowledge is that Yasmin Vijnate Sarvam Eva Vijnatam Bhavati. That if you know Krishna, you know everything. If you know the root, you know the entire tree. So a devotee runs after serving Krishna in devotional service, and automatically he develops real knowledge and detachment. Am I clear? So the knowledge and detachment of karmis and jnanis is contrary to the principles of bhakti. The knowledge and detachment for karmi is with the goal of sense gratification. The knowledge and detachment of a jnani is with the goal of liberation. Hence, and what is the definition of bhakti? Anya Abhilashita Shunya Jnana Karmadi Anavritam. Jnana Karmadi Anavritam. The Jnana and Karma which covers the goal of bhakti, that is rejected. What is the goal of bhakti? Prema Pumartha Mahan. But this Jnana and Karma is covering the prem. There it's calm, it's not prem. Sense gratification and liberation concept merging in Brahman is prema calm. So it's covering bhakti. So it's contrary to the principles of bhakti. But is devotee not having Jnana and Vairagya? He is having Jnana and Vairagya. But which Jnana and Vairagya it is? It is not the Jnana and Vairagya which is acquired by one's own effort, but it is a Jnana and Vairagya which is revealed in his heart on account of his bhakti to Lord. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janeti Ashu Vairagyam. Janeti, it automatically produces in the heart of the devotee on account of his bhakti to Lord. Immediately, Jnanam. Janeti Ashu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayad Ahetukam. Understand? So, should we not aspire for Jnana and Vairagya? We should aspire. But which Jnana and Vairagya? The Bhakti Jnana. Jnanam, what? Jnanam, Anyabhilashita Shunya, Jnana Karma Anavritam. Not the Jnana and Karma which is covering the Bhakti, but the Jnana and Karma which is helping us to grow in Bhakti. That means acquiring knowledge about scriptures of Gita and Bhagavatam, it's not that Jnana. It is Prema Jnana, the Jnana which will help us to attain Prema of God. The Jnana which will help us to attain liberation. Correct? How correct? Then you hear attentively, bro. How it is not correct what I said just now?
That this knowledge of freedom, how will help us to liberation?
It should not, the goal should not be, otherwise different Jnana it is. It is a condemnable Jnana, which is being condemned in the path of Bhakti. The Jnana and Vairagya should help us to attain Prema. And that is possible only if it's connected to devotional service of the Lord. A devotee also practices renunciation. We are trying to live a simple life. We are trying to renounce our material connections as much as possible. We are trying to renounce our bad habits. We are trying to control our mind and senses. But you see, everything has got connection with devotional service. We are trying to renounce our parents and family connections by making them devotees. So when we make them devotees, we no more see them as father and mother. We see them more as devotees of Lord. Correct? So you renounce your father. That is a true renunciation of father and mother. The father and mother disappeared. Why? They became devotees of Lord. They are no more father and mother. They are Prabhuji and Mataji. This is called devotees renunciation. Devotees renunciation means turning everything in devotional service. So there is nothing material left. His job is also not job. He has renounced his job, though he is doing 8 hours of job as Grihastha. Why? Because his job is service to Krishna. He is doing it under guidance of superiors. His job is actual renunciation. He is going to job for 8 hours of shift. Is actual renunciation. अनासक्ते से विषयान यथारहम उपयुञ्जतः निर्बंध कृष्ण संबंधे युक्तम वैराग्यम च. Our acharyas have taught us the definition of yukta vairagya. It will be considered immature and foolish if we are renouncing something which can be utilized in service of Lord. The real renunciation, real vairagya is to connect everything in service of the Lord. Then even doing job is also renunciation. Even eating nice prasad is also renunciation. How? Because you have renounced the bhoga vasana, the bhoga mentality, the bhoga chasma. That spectacle of bhoga has to be replaced with seva spectacle. That is called real renunciation. So don't renounce the external world, but connect the world with Krishna and see the world with that spectacle. That is called real renunciation. Make sense? You see great personalities like Yudhishthira Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj, Bhagavatam is filled with great kings who were great devotees of Lord. Were they not renounced? They were renounced. Pundarik Vidyanidhi was also renounced. Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, both were renounced. Both were associates of Lord. So please try to understand which Jnana and Vairagya is being talked about here. Any questions till now? Okay, we'll read further. Next devotee. So their Jnana and Vairagya will make them bound, and devotees Jnana and Vairagya will help him attain liberation. Correct? How correct? Devotees Jnana and Vairagya will help him? Okay, bro. Next devotee.
When Uddhava was asking Krishna about rules and regulations according to Vedic injunctions, he asked, why is it that the Vedic hymns encourage one in material enjoyment, while at the same time the Vedic instructions also free one from all illusion and encourage one towards liberation? The Vedic rules are supposed to be ordained by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but apparently there are contradictions, and Uddhava was anxious to know how one could be freed from these contradictions. In reply, Lord Krishna informed him of the super excellence of devotional service.
You understood what is Uddhava's question? That, my dear Lord, the Vedic hymns sometimes encourage one in material enjoyment, right? Karma Kandi section of the Vedas is encouraging material enjoyment. True or false? What is true? Vedic injunctions are quite often the major part of the Vedas, which is Karma Kandiya section, is encouraging material enjoyment. True or false? Yes. Why? That we will see now what Krishna is saying. And then other side, there are injunctions that one should get out of illusion, one should give up the false enjoyment of this world, one should develop love of God. Correct? This is also there or not? Yes. So Uddhava is asking Krishna how there are these kind of contradictions in Vedas. Because Vedas means it is ordained by Lord. So my dear Lord, please clarify my this doubt. So in reply to this question of Uddhava, Krishna is describing the path of devotional service. Read the next paragraph, next devotee.
It is neither practical nor necessary for one who is already engaged in the devotional service to the me and whose mind is fixed on the me to endeavor for cultivation of knowledge and renunciation. Thus the Lord's conclusion is that devotional service is the independent of any other process.
So devotional service is
Independent
to any other process, but other processes are
dependent.
Dependent on. See, karma, the path of karma and the path of jnana, if you want to achieve fruit of that, there has to be a tinge of bhakti also in that. See, karma kanti section, the mantras which are chanted, there is connected Om. And they also have to offer ahuti with the mantras which are connected with Lord Vishnu. Otherwise, it will not bear fruit. Even the path of jnana also has to get tinge of bhakti in that. Then only the jnani also can achieve its fruit of Brahman. Because the fruit on the path of karma and jnana both require mercy of Lord. That means the path of karma and jnana is dependent on the path of bhakti. But bhakti is independent of karma and jnana. Just like when you lit fire, then do you have to endeavor separately for producing ash? No, ash is a byproduct. Same when somebody does bhakti, jnana and vairagya is a byproduct. Mukti is byproduct. But does devotee want mukti? No, it's just byproduct. Devotee just rejects it. Below Mangal Thakur, the shloka is there, no? That mukti is standing with folded hands at the doors. Wants to do some service to devotee, but devotee does not want to give service to mukti. Devotee is running after bhakti. So what is superior, bhakti or mukti? Why?
No self-discernment.
Because bhakti is prem and mukti is calm. Acharyas have told mukti is spiritual suicide. And what is so great about your mukti? Even demons are attending it. Why you have to do so much endeavor? Demons also attend mukti, Prabhu. Do you want something which demons attend? So you should aspire for bhakti, prema. Kamsa, Shishupal, they all attend mukti. All demons were killed by Krishna will attend mukti. Depending on their consciousness, they attend different types of mukti. Like Putana, she became nurse only. That is the devotee's mukti. But devotee does not want that also. What he wants?
Service.
He wants just service to Lord. My Lord, whether I am here or there, I want service only. And the one who is practicing bhakti with this consciousness, he is eligible to go back to God. So Krishna is telling that not necessary to cultivate separate knowledge and realization for those whose mind is always fixed in me. How to fix our mind always in Krishna? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Easiest way to fix our mind on Krishna is by chanting holy names always. If you are always chanting Hare Krishna, you are above mukti. Though externally you may be looking that, oh Prabhu, everything is looking. Mukti means not that you will suddenly get 4 hands. Mukti means Mukti itva anyatha rupam sarupena vivasati. That you are fixed in your sarupa. What is our sarupa?
Krishna.
So when you are chanting Hare Krishna, you are fixed in your sarupa. And if you are not chanting Hare Krishna, we are fixed in some other sarupa. Which other sarupa? Mayara Nityadas, Mayara Das. Kalir Chela. Naki Tila Galir Mala. So we should always chant Hare Krishna. Every time our subtle body is taking different form. Let's suppose I am thinking of a woman, then suddenly my subtle body is like a dog. Then I am thinking about going back to Godhead, then my subtle body is like Vaikuntha Loka. And then after 1 minute I died. So both aggregate will be taken out. Dog's body plus Vaikuntha body. And then depending on that I will have last consciousness. Then they will decide. I have to just accept. We cannot say that, no, little bit you are just now. What you have done, that you have to bear. What you have sown, that only will come out. So please try to introspect. All of you also should introspect that what kind of thoughts I am getting in daytime and how much endeavors I am making to come out of it. Or am I relishing the thoughts of women, or the thoughts of sense gratification, or the thoughts of material expansion, or the thoughts of elections? How much my consciousness is stooped in Krishna and how much it is stooped in Maya. That is our individual homework. For whether I am giving class or whether you are hearing class, this is individual homework. This we have to do individually.
Which kind of mukti is the content? That one which is going to Brahma Yogi.
Yes.
That we become associated of Krishna. That kind of mukti.
That is not being condemned. That is a goal of bhakti. But devotee does not want that also.
Some devotees put that Prabhupada said many times that, my devotees are not sincere enough about doing that. Is it like going back to Godhead?
So going back to Godhead, Prabhupada said in one context that devotees are not enough fearful of Maya. And how many of us are actually endeavoring on the path which Prabhupada has given? And to what degree we are endeavoring? To what degree we have the fire and the zeal which Prabhupada had expected of us to go back to Godhead, the urgency of the Krishna consciousness, to practice it ourselves and to give to others. These are subtle factors which we have to always see. In our own individual lives, we should see how much I have chalta hai mentality, how much I am endeavoring myself. So if you are not, even if you have tinge of material desire at the end and we are not sincere and somewhere we are lacking of sincerity, then we will not go back to Godhead. I will also not go back to Godhead. Where will I go? Sarglo, because lot of Bhakti Sukriti has come. But then after 10,000 years I will come here. And then ISKCON will be in history books. And there was an organization. Correct? So we have to be very, very sincere, very, very honest, and very, very with the mood of urgency we should practice Krishna consciousness. Today is my last day of life. So with that mood I should attend Mangal Aarti. With that mood I should chant my rounds. None of us are confident that today will be last day or not, but still we are taking it for granted that no, tomorrow I'll chant. Tomorrow I'll do sadhana. Tomorrow I'll do some Vaishnava Seva. Tomorrow I'll do some Jivdaya. Today I have no time. Yes, there will be no time even at the time of death if it happens today with me. So how much mood of urgency is there? This all decides. The Prabhupada said that you can go back to Godhead in this life, in one life, by becoming like Dhruva Maharaj. Determination, the sense of urgency, the sense of seriousness and sincerity. How much we are carrying this mood which we have during class, after class also. Or post class, different life starts, different thought process. And by afternoon we have forgotten what was spoken in class. Then there is a question whether this kind of practitioner will go back to Godhead. And evening he is searching for Mahaprasad. And daytime is talking about elections. Which party won? At night he is dragging his rounds, pending rounds of at night 11 o'clock. He remembered somehow, oh my rounds are left. And somehow counted his rounds, not chanted, counted. Prabhupada books, I'll read tomorrow. And he went to sleep. And the next day got up late for Mangal Aarti. And then nobody asked Mahamantra, so he did not submit. So we have to ask whether he will go back to Godhead if he continues like this. You have to see individually. You got the answer?
I got one more doubt, like practicing bhakti, you're getting so much superior. अभी जाएंगे स्वर्ग में जाएंगे, बहुत better to go to Narka.
No, but no, it's not your choice, Prabhu. It will be, I told you, it's not your choice. You will be imposed. That kind of body will be imposed on you against your desire. Because you are bound up by the laws of nature. We have to face. You cannot demand. You have to go there. You cannot desire. You will not get desire also to go down. Now, do you have desire to suffer in this body? Do you desire that your body gets some cancer or some severe problem? You will not desire because we don't want to suffer. It's easy to tell that, I wish if I could go to Nark only. But we will not. We will be happy to go in Sarga. Because our heart is not pure. We want to enjoy and we want to do everything also. A little bit we want to do Hare Krishna also. Yeah, so time will go. That's the reason it's said that we should be very much conscious that we actually work out the path which Prabhupada has given. How much am I looking for comfort in my life? This is which desire? This is Karmi's goal. Being comfortable. How much my life can be going a little easy going Krishna conscious life? कैसा चल रहा है भाई? सब ठीक चल रहा है. कुछ टेंशन है क्या? नहीं, कुछ टेंशन नहीं. खा रहे हैं, सेवा कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा साधना कर रहे हैं. He is not making much progress. कैसा चल रहा है? ओ प्रभु इतना सेवा है, ऐसा करना है, वो करना है, ये एंग्जाइटी है, वो एंग्जाइटी है. हाँ? That means whose life is not easy going? Second candidate or first? Second. Second one is growing. So you should not be looking for easy going life. Looking for easy going Krishna conscious life is liberation desire. शांति शांति शांति. सब कुछ कैसा रहना चाहिए भक्ति में? शांति. तो लिबरेशन का डिजायर है. फिर सब सेवा बराबर होना चाहिए, शांति से होना चाहिए सब. कुछ इधर उधर नहीं होना चाहिए. जैसे मैं चाहता हूँ वैसे ही होना चाहिए. Even in Golok Vrindavan also things are not happening according to Yashoda Maiya's desire. Things are going totally hayway. Suddenly some demon is coming, some cyclone is coming, then Krishna is disappearing, then Krishna is becoming heavy or Krishna is becoming light, and then everybody is searching for Krishna. Why has not returned? So they are always in anxiety. If we go back to Gared, we will tell, Arey, I thought that here at least there will be peace. Here also everybody is in anxiety. After going back to Gared, we will talk like this, like Jnani. They will tell some Jnani has come to Golok Vrindavan. He wants what? Shanti. So let us lose our peace. Let us lose our Shanti by taking anxiety for Krishna's pleasure, for Krishna consciousness, by taking bigger and bigger responsibilities for Krishna. And that is called real samadhi. And Krishna expects that kind of samadhi. Yogi nam api sarvesham madgate nantaratmana. That kind of mind which is always absorbed in Krishna is called real yogi, who has got no peace externally. Do you think the such kind of yogi will get allured by Menka and even Apsaras coming down? No. Why? Because his mind is always absorbed in Krishna. Clear? Okay, read further.
The cultivation of knowledge, renunciation, or meditation may be a little helpful in the beginning, but they cannot be considered necessary for discharge of devotional service. In other words, devotional service can be discharged independently of the cultivation of knowledge and renunciation. In this regard, there is also a verse from Skand Puran in which Parvat Muni told a hunter tribesman, "O hunter, the qualification which you have just now acquired, such as non-violence and others, are not astonishing, because one who is engaged in the devotional service to the Supreme Lord cannot be source of trouble for anyone under
So
any
all the good
circumstances."
qualities automatically develop in bhakta. It is not astonishing. Devotee is truly non-violent. Not the people who are closing their mouth with that white patta. That no, we don't breathe. Why do you don't breathe? So that microorganisms will not die. Correct, no? There are some particular people who follow like that. But we are breathing. So who is violent and who is non-violent? Why? We are living our life in Krishna consciousness, because of which we will not get reaction. We will not get charged for that. See, a soldier killing people on border, will he be put behind bars for killing people, for murdering people? No. But he's coming and at home and shooting the neighbor person. Now will he be charged? Why? There he did for nation. Here he did for himself. So when you are breathing and connected to Krishna consciousness, then you will not get reaction. You are actually non-violent. But the other fellows, though they are closing their mouth, walking barefoot, they will be paying for their every small killing ant or breathing and killing microorganisms. Why? Because that is done on individual's account. That account is not connected to Krishna's account. But a devotee's life is connected to Krishna's account. So Krishna takes away all the reactions, whether knowingly or unknowingly done. Knowingly, why? Because devotee repents. My Lord, please forgive me. I don't want to do this. I want to get rid of this. Help me. Much again, api cheta suduracharo bhajate mamaranyavak. He is still sadhu in Krishna's eyes, though he is doing knowingly because of his past conditionings. Why? Because he is bent upon not giving up the path of bhakti. That Krishna sees. But the other side, though they are so-called non-violent and all, Krishna takes, the nature will take out price for every single ant, every single microorganism killed, which you can't refrain from in material world. For every vegetable and the fruit which was cut, because it was not offered to Krishna. For every step they walked and killed ant, because they were not walking towards temple and towards the Dham of Lord. For every breath they took and killed microorganisms, because they were not chanting Krishna's name, they were not talking about Krishna. So they have to pay price for it. But devotee is breathing and chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and singing glories of Krishna. Devotee is walking towards Dham and holy abode of the Lord. This temple is Vaikuntha. When you are going for job, that is seva to Krishna. When you are coming from job, you are coming towards Dham. So everything is connected to Krishna. The devotee does not get any. Hence, devotee is truly non-violent. Nobody else can be non-violent. What is the use of their so-called non-violence? They're telling don't harm human beings, don't commit violence, and killing chicken, eating meat in their homes. Huh? Can they be non-violent? What about your violence towards nature, the atmosphere, the ether? It's violence towards ether if you are not chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra in ether. You're polluting the ether with nonsense sound vibration. That is also violence towards Mother Nature. We are exploiting the land, exploiting the air, exploiting the water, resources of Mother Nature. How can you say that you are non-violent? So only a devotee is truly non-violent. Understanding? That's why Paratmani is telling there is nothing astonishing, because you are a devotee now, you are actually non-violent. After discussing these points, Lord Chaitanya told Sanatana Goswami, so far I have explained Bhakti according to regulative principles. Now I will explain Bhakti according to attachment. So the inhabitants of Vrindavan Brajvasis are living examples of Bhakti with attachment, which can be found only in, I'm just paraphrasing, it can be found only in Vrindavan, Vrajbhumi. So when you follow in the footsteps of the Vrajvasis, we attain Rag Marg Bhakti, devotional service in attachment to the Lord. There is something called Vidhi Bhakti, other is called Raganuga Bhakti. So Raganuga Bhakti cannot be attained directly. First you have to practice Vidhi Bhakti. With Vidhi Bhakti we develop some purity in our heart, and then automatically without your knowledge you attain Raga Bhakti. But even after attaining Raga Bhakti, you will not give up the principles of Vedic Bhakti. You will continue following the principles of Vedic Bhakti. It's not that the devotee who is Raganuga platform, he is doing illicit sex on the name of Bhakti. No. He is without his conscious effort, he will be following four regulative principles. Without his conscious effort, his mind cannot think of anything but Krishna only. Gopis were doing meditation to forget Krishna because they were not able to concentrate in their household duties. And we are doing meditation to remember Krishna. So both are doing meditation, but there is difference. This is Vedi, that is Raganuga. Gopis also ran in dead of the night when they heard Krishna's flute. And we also run early morning 4:30 when we hear conchal sound. Both look same, but there is difference. Both look like gopis, hai na? Like gopis are forgotten to which cloth they put where. Upper cloth down, down cloth up. And then sometimes the devotee is putting kurta ulta, bag here, and he's running. But this running is not out of ecstasy. This running is due to fear of writing Mahamantra. Not attention of the fear of writing Mahamantra. So much fear we have. But by doing this only, gradually, a day will come when we'll be running not to mark P or not out of fear of writing Mahamantra, but to greet the Lord before altar opens. That my Lord is going to give darshan, I should be present there before altar opens. So, Vidhi Marg, when it's performed consistently, then automatically you will develop attachment for Lord. But you cannot jump to that. No, Prabhu, I have bhav. I don't want to mark P. Remove my name from attendance file. I don't need this attendance at all. I've been chanting Hare Krishna now for 20 years. Why do you want to keep my name in attendance file? I have bhav for Lord. Even if I'm sleeping, I'll get up in my room and switch on the mobile and watch Mangal Aarti. Now it looks advanced, but actually it's not advanced. Understanding? Who is advanced? The one who is following Prabhupada strictly, he is advanced. Following Prabhupada's instruction is not different from following the footsteps of Vrajvasi because Prabhupada was Vrajvasi. So don't say, no, I'll read Acharya's book, I'll develop some bhav for Lord, I'll read here, read that. Leaving Prabhupada books, he'll reading all of the Acharya's commentaries to develop Raga Bhakti. Raga Bhakti will come by following the program of Prabhupada, by going for Harinam, by attending full morning program, by reading Prabhupada books daily. Without doing any extraneous effort, we will attain Raga Bhakti. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Have you seen the video of his doing worship at night? He is strict with Prabhupada. See the perfection of his life. Acharyas are showing by their examples. Don't look for something here and there. Raga Bhakti, I'll do this, that. Just chant your 16 rounds. Follow 4 regulated principles strictly. Attend full morning program. Read Prabhupada books. Will attain Raga Bhakti throughout life. Throughout life you have to do. Don't do anything more, anything less. Not needed. We are actually following the footsteps of Vrajvasi, which is being told here. Who is Prabhupada? Prabhupada is Vrajvasi. Just follow the program of Prabhupada. Nothing else needed in life. Even if you are fool about all the Acharya's commentary, you don't know anything what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur told, what Jiva Goswami told, you just know Prabhupada books, that also you are not able to understand. No problem, you'll go back to current. Because you have followed Vrajvasi strictly. I want to go for Mangal Aarti daily. Why? Prabhupada had told. I don't have attachment for Radha Vrindavan Chandra and all. I want to go because why? Prabhupada has told. Because Prabhupada has told I want to do Harinam. Because Prabhupada has told I want to read his books daily. Because Prabhupada has told I want to preach. Because Prabhupada has told I want to distribute books. Done. Nothing else needed. You'll go back to current. You'll attain Ragana Bhakti. So that's what is being told here. Some foolish, less intelligent sadhakas, they will tell, what Prabhupada has given very basics. You are not his body, you are soul. I want to read some higher rasas. I want to read some Ashtakali Leelas of Lord. What Krishna is doing with Radharani at this time, that time. Do you know? No, you don't know. I know more than you. This is very, very unexpected. He is not reading Prabhupada books. He is reading all these things. And while speaking in class, he will speak everything, all this, and confuse the audience. instead of instilling and increasing the faith on Prabhupada in the heart of the audience. What you hear, that only you will speak. What you read, that only you will speak. Hear Prabhupada, read Prabhupada, and then only you will be able to understand Acharya's commentary also well. And you will be able to digest it. Then we will get confused. We also get confused, the audience also get confused. And Prabhupada is out of center. Who is the center? I am a center because I want to show that I know all Acharya's commentary. And I am Raganuga Bhakti now. Oh, this morning Prabhupada and all is very basic things. Why we should be so much strict about it? What is this? What is this? Basic. Hey, what is so great about running for Mangal Aarti and all? You see, I am reading at this time. Morning 4:30 I read. What do I read? I read Acharya's commentaries. To understand the depth which Prabhupada wanted to give us actually. Hey Baba, Prabhupada wanted to give, Prabhupada told externally what we have to do. Get up, attend Mangal Aarti. How many of you have heard this lecture? Get up, do Mangal Aarti, chant your rounds, read Bhagavatam, hear Bhagavatam. Prabhupada shown, attend full morning program. Simple program is given. With this only we'll attend Ragana Bhakti. I'll end with one short example. This last paragraph will complete. That one devotee, just see around you only you will find the devotees growing in their bhakti. Some is running for marking P, some is marking out of writing Mahamantra. And one devotee, he 4:30, he somehow got up late and he was running and he fell. No, 4:40 he got up. And he was rushing to go for Mangal Aarti. At what time? 4:40. And then he fell down because everywhere there was water spilled in corridor. A dhad awaj came and nobody was there to lift him. Then another devotee was there in room. He came out and told, "Hey Prabhu, what happened? So this devotee told, then he brought foam that lay down. There was some injury on his leg. So, but he wanted to go for Mangal Aarti. And his leg was bleeding. And then he told Prabhu, okay, you go, I'll take some rest. Because this devotee will not allow him to go. So he told, I'm fine. And somehow with one hand he wore dhoti and he ran with limping leg to attend Mangal Aarti. To attend Mangal Aarti, he reached finally last two, 3 Mahamantras. And then during Narsing Aarti, his dhoti was visible, white brahmachari. His dhoti was red with blood. And then he went to doctor room. So, bro, that level will come when by starting to run for Mangal Aarti for writing P. So, Vedi Bhakti only will read that actual Raganuga Bhakti. Understanding? Today our eyes are closing while reading Prabhupada books. One day your eyes will get tears while reading Prabhupada books. It will not happen all of a sudden. It will happen by consistently following it for a long time. Till when? Till last breath. No problem. We will do our part, Krishna will do his part. If Krishna wants to give me tears, okay. Otherwise also no problem. I'll keep reading with closed eyes. But I'll keep reading. Because Prabhupada has told. So the one who is determined like this to follow the path of Vedi Bhakti, he will get Raganuga Bhakti. No matter what happens, I will just eat whatever comes in my own plate in the particular kitchen. Today he may be blaming the item, oh namak nahi, ye nahi, wo nahi. But if we stick with this principle that I will not eat for sense gratification, but I will eat for Krishna's pleasure, one day whether prasad is whatever it is, he will be gratefully accepting it. You see, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, how they are honoring prasad? With great jubilation, that bhava will come towards prasad. But when will it happen? When we will practice rigidly. Success is guaranteed for rigid practitioner. Guaranteed. Prabhupada told guaranteed. Okay. Yeah. So, if one develops bhakti and attachment by following the footsteps of Vrajavasi, he attains Rag Marga Bhakti or bhakti in attachment to the Lord. According to Bhakti, the devotional service is ecstatic attachment for that service. Ecstatic attachment for that service, which becomes natural for the devotee, is called Rag. It will become natural. Things will become more natural. You don't have to endeavor for it. That's why it's become Raganuga Bhakti. But still, it does the same thing with Vedi Bhakti. Who is Raganuga, who is Vedi? Externally, you cannot tell. Both are running in for Mangal Aarti. But how do you know that who is running for writing P and who is running for Mangal Arti? Can you know by externally? No. So it's not external. Then I have to dress like a gopi, I have to behave like a gopi, I have to chant different Mahamantra. No. Same. Even after attaining Nagana, same bhakti continues. But there is earth and sky difference. One is running out of attachment and one is running out of fear of Mahamantra. And both are in saffron. Same number of years of practice. And we may be thinking that both are advanced. Or both may be running out of fear of Mahamantras. When the third devotee is not running, that does not mean he is advanced. So nothing is external. Everything is internal. So ultimately it boils down to individual homework, individual consciousness. That why am I running? Gopal are also running in Golok Vrindavan. Like we run in morning program. But they are running touch Krishna. Who will touch Krishna first? Make sense? Acharya has also chanted same Mahamantra. We are also chanting. But there is difference. We are also chanting with closed eyes. They are also chanting with closed eyes. Gaur Kishore Das of Mahaprabhu Maharaj is chanting like this. I am chanting like this. So my back is straight. But there is difference. It's not external. The Raganuga Bhakti and Vedi Bhakti, it has got everything to do with internals. You don't have to change anything externally. Externally, you keep practicing the same path of Bhakti, which Prabhupada has given. Automatically, internally, it will become Vedi track to Raganuga track. And things become everything natural. Hare Krishna. Just last few lines. Devotional service discharged with such attachment for Raganuga, deep attachment, deep absorption comes, and object of love. Yeah. Examples of these can be seen in the activities of residents of Rajbhumi, I told you. One who becomes attracted to Krishna by hearing of such attachment is certainly very fortunate. By hearing, this attachment will develop. When one becomes deeply affected by the devotion of the residents of Rajbhumi and tries to follow in their footsteps. How to follow in their footsteps? Not by dancing like gopis. By dancing like gopis in Mangal Arti, in Harinam Sankirtan. That is following in footsteps of gopis. They are making circle. That is Ras Leela concept, no? Like Ras Leela you are dancing. So how much eager we are to do like that? No, I don't like to dance in Guru Puja. I want to read the Acharya's Ras Leela concepts. No, do it, no, Prabhu. So following morning program, you are actually following in footsteps of Brajbhumi, Brajvasis. That all are holding hands, making circle and dancing in front of deities. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nayana. This is what they say. So when one becomes deeply affected by the devotion of the residents of Rajbhumi, he tries to follow in their footsteps. He does not care for the restrictions or regulations of the revealed scriptures. So at one point of time, whether rules tell or not, he will automatically do. Whether attendance file is there or not, he will automatically go. Whether somebody tells or not, he will by default do service only. But somebody tells or not, by default he will not sleep in daytime. He will not like to sleep in daytime. Even if his health is bad, he will like to do service only. He does not care for the, this is the characteristics of one discharging Raga Bhakti. This is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted us. But that will come by following the path chalked down by Srila Prabhupada, the path of Vedi Bhakti. So one cannot jump directly, one has to go through Vedi Bhakti. And even after attaining Raga Bhakti, we don't give up the principles of Vedi Bhakti, but the same principles are followed with different consciousness internally. 50 साल के बाद वाला ब्रह्मचारी और 10 साल के बाद वाला ब्रह्मचारी दोनों एक ही काम कर रहे हैं, एक ही सेवा कर रहे हैं, एक ही जगह रह रहे हैं, लेकिन दोनों में फर्क हो सकता है काफी. समझे क्या? हो सकता है एक ब्रह्मचारी रागानुगा हुए हैं और दूसरा वेदी पे है, और हो सकता है 50 साल वाला वेदी कर रहा है और 10 साल वाला रागानुगा पे है, क्योंकि उसका पिछले का कोटा अलग था. So never judge devotees externally. If you want to judge yourself. that who am I, what is my consciousness, what is my effort, what is my sincerity. Let me not waste my time by judging others. वो कैसे जा रहा है, वो क्या चेतना है, उसका क्या चेतना है. अरे खुद का चेतना देखिए प्रभु आप. मेरा क्या है, तेरा क्या होगा, नहीं मेरा क्या होगा. ठीक है. हरि बोल. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.